Tutok sa PhilAm Community Hour. Ito po si Alan Alvarez, ang inyong abang lingkod. And as always, maraming maraming salamat sa inyong pakikinig. All right, so today we have a very special guest, guys, and we're going to talk about real estate investments. Okay, I get a lot of questions. Many people ask me, ano ba yan, Alan? Paano bang pumasok dyan? How do we get into this thing? What are the different kinds of investments? There is a conference, okay, coming up next week, June 28th, and we have a very special guest today. She's the organizer of this event called Invest Kine, okay, Hawaii Real Estate Conference and Expo. And here we have Miss Jojo Alonso. She is a local real estate developer and investor and a proud daughter of immigrants. Her parents, along with three young children, and having only $20 in their pockets, left their beloved home in the Philippines decades ago and traveled to Hawaii in search for a better life. She has seen firsthand her parents planting the seeds of hard work and achieving financial success through their care home business, consistently saving and investing in real estate despite their formal lack of education. Prior to starting the real estate business with her siblings, Jojo had a promising career as a business banking officer with aspirations to climb up the corporate ladder. It was not until after the heartbreaking loss of her younger sister in 2014 that she left her job and, together with her siblings, started their real estate investing journey, specializing in building homes from the ground up. It was her mom's hope for the family to build something out of loss, to turn tragedy to triumph, and leave a meaningful legacy. In 2018, Jojo paid tribute to her late sister by establishing the Catherine I. Agbayani Nursing Scholarship to help students with the cost of college. Jojo and her family continue to build quality brand new homes for the community, as well as fix and flip. She is expanding her portfolio, which includes single family and multifamily housing on Oahu and out of state. She is passionate about empowering and supporting others in building generational wealth through real estate while living a life of aloha and gratitude. Without further ado, mga kaibigan, please let's welcome to the show Miss Jojo Alonso. Hello, Jojo.
Hello, Kuya. First of all, maraming salamat po for having me on your show. I really appreciate it. I'm happy to be here.
Thank you so much. And we're excited. I get a lot of people asking me about real estate investments. What is that? How do you get into it? So, can you tell us, Jojo, what is this event coming up next Friday, June 28th?
Yes, I'm happy to share. So this idea came between my husband and I last year. And actually, it was just like a thought. We noticed that we there wasn't really a real estate conference in on Oahu in Hawaii that was specifically for aspiring real estate investors. So I wanted to bring that to Oahu or to Hawaii. A lot of people who are aspiring, normally you would have to spend money to travel to the mainland for conferences. So I wanted to actually bring it here so that the locals can also experience what we experience as real estate investors without having to spend money um, on airfare, to the mainland. So I wanted to bring it here and just bring awareness to the locals and really provide this space, a safe space where people can really congregate and learn from people from all walks of life, all backgrounds, all geographies, all different experiences. These speakers were all handpicked for me, and they all have different strategies of investing in real estate and building their wealth. And so I thought it's just a amazing lineup of speakers and who are taking massive action, daily massive action. So I really appreciate their time. Actually, they're extremely busy. They're go-givers. They believe in giving back to the community, paying it forward and blessing others with their gifts. So that's pretty much what this conference is all about. We also have an expo of almost about 50 vendors to help you jumpstart your real estate investing journey. So we also have other vendors like construction. We have home inspectors, all the different subs. We have real estate advisors and agents, loans, lenders. So there's everything for everyone. And we really want to really bring this out to all the locals.
Okay. All right. So it sounds to me like, when you go into real estate development, people don't realize the importance of having a team, or
Mhm.
you have everyone from the broker to your to your construction guy to the project management guy. Uh, will this something is this something that you can go to, so you can put your team together when you decide to do real estate investment?
Oh, absolutely. And that's the power of networking. Network is your net worth. You will meet mentors there. You will meet possible business partners and possible money lenders. So there is tremendous opportunity to network with people with like-minded and to help you and guide you. So I think if the waters are muddy as to a lot of people ask, oh, how do we get started? Really, this conference is really the first step in a long journey. A very rewarding journey. It's hard work. It is hard work because real estate is simple, but it's not easy, and you really it's similar to it takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to build your real estate investment business. And so that's where strength is really that's where you can really build a strong foundation, is really by coming to these conferences, learning, and also being inspired and meeting potential partners along the way. So the door is right there. You just need to just open it up and be open minded. The most introverted people can go there. I want to create a safe space of aloha, and really we rise by helping others. And that's what really want to promote. It's really to inspire and change in people who are they want to be able to build wealth, but they just don't know what vehicles to use. And for my vehicle, really, for building wealth is real estate. My husband and I have had so many businesses in the past, but nothing compares to the power of real estate investing, where it can really catapult you to the financial level and financial freedom that many seek. And it is, and it's the ordinary people can do it. We have ordinary people with extraordinary will, and that's what this conference is. There's going to be someone that you will identify with, and that will inspire you, and that might be just the very thing that might, if you're on the fence on real estate investing, that might just push you over, to really get your foot in and really start taking action.
Okay. So, is this something that somebody who's totally new in real estate investment can get into, or is this something that would be good for maybe somebody who's more experienced in real estate investment?
Yeah, great question. And so that's why this conference is catering to. It's for everyone in all levels of real estate investing. So from the ones who have never done anything, maybe they read a book. My book was Rich Dad Poor Dad, and that's a game changer book. It talks about the four quadrants. of wealth. And so it could be just from like a tiny idea, like, oh, um, I'm thinking about it, but I just don't know, to all the to the experience. And the experienced investors, they are looking for potential partners, or potential money lenders. So it's really for everyone in all levels of their real estate investing journey. And so that's a great thing about this conference and what it offers.
Okay, so let's take a look at the. So I have on the screen the flyer. Okay,
Hmm.
Invest Kind.
Hmm.
I like the name, by the way, Invest Kind.
Yeah, Harry
Yeah.
Harry came up with it. He wanted and you see the dollar sign there. He
Yeah.
wanted something that catered to the local. So
Hmm.
that the local
Hmm.
people know it's locals, local producers, born and raised in Hawaii, not from, out of state, and trying to
Sure.
produce a conference here. So we really wanted something that was really catered to them. So we thought, okay, we thought that was kind of a cute thing. So
Okay.
it stuck. Yeah.
All right. So let's say, for example, how to fix and flip homes.
Mhm.
Right. Can you tell us a little bit about that? What would somebody who's, let's say, looking to fix and flip homes, what would they learn if they attended this seminar?
Sure. Yeah. So what they would learn is, all my speakers, majority of them do a fix and flip. So they're going to share their journey, and and they are actually very, most of them are very like specific. Sometimes they'll talk about numbers, how they acquired the deal, how they financed the deal, their wins and their losses. So they're going to share something that the audience can take away, and really, start really digesting. So to try to be as specific as possible. So without trying to overload, but they'll share all those examples too. So there will be a visual slideshow presentation. So that it will help the audience, to really see the numbers, and get into like the real details of certain deals. Um, so the audience has a little, there's more meat and substance to the presentation. Um, so yeah. So usually, that's how their presentations would consist of.
So, for example, fix and flip. To me, okay, who have I have a little bit of experience in this. This is where you buy an
Mhm,
old property, let's say something
mhm,
that's dilapidated, and then you fix it, right? And
mhm,
after you fix it, you sell it,
mhm.
and then
Right,
you earn, right?
right.
Is that basically how
Yeah.
it's gonna
So
work?
yeah. So like I said, simple but not easy. So when I look for a deal to fix and flip, I'll look first of all, the location. So there are specific locations that I like to invest in, um, with the higher ARVs, which is after repair value, or the appraised value. And so I would take a look at the location, and then I'll look at the house, the property. I'll see the scope of details, what kind of work will need to be fixed. I'll usually bring my contractor and my plumber, because the aside from like my carpenters, with my the labor cost for my carpenters, actually the plumbing is very expensive, especially older homes on Hawaii, like especially those homes that are built in the 1950s or 1960s. And if they hadn't been, if no one's been occupying the property, a lot of the time, for except for like 2 years, you may need to get a permit to replace the pipes underneath, because most of the time it'll be all, like croissant. So we take into consideration all these expenses, materials, and costs, and I plug everything in a rehab analysis worksheet, actually. And then I determine what kind of profit do I want to make. So historically, we've actually had six-figure profits on it. Over the years, especially with the high interest rates, the profit margin has diminished somewhat. So now our expectation or our goals have had to been adjusted. So I would lower it, but it helps to keep my and we also apply like a contingency because you want to make sure, especially when you're opening up walls and expenses that you haven't anticipated, that you're covered for that, because we're so we I like to allow like at least 25,000 for homes. And then we work on, so we basically work backward. How much can we sell it for? What are my materials, my labor costs? What kind of profit do I want to make? And so I would give examples, live examples of my past projects, of how much, how much everything cost. And then and that's how I would determine, okay, is this a deal that I want to purchase? Um, or is this something that I'm going to pass? So, and then sometimes if it requires permits, then everyone is aware, that the DPP does take a while to get permits. So you would have to factor that in. So sometimes I would say about 18 months for our flips, which is really conservative. You want to be really conservative. But if actually 18 months to 2 years is what you really want to allocate, so you will have like hard money costs, everything will be factored into the rehab analysis worksheet, and that helps me to determine if I would like to purchase a property or I'll just pass on it. So things like that is something that we'll talk about at the conference.
Okay, so you see that sa lahat ng mga tagapakinig, naririnig nyo yan. You just heard a little segment of what entails fix and flip, right? When you fix something and you flip something, you sounds to me like you have to have an end goal in mind coming in. It sounds like
Hmm.
you gotta have your numbers run, and you gotta have an idea of how much you're gonna make before you go
Hmm.
into real
Hmm.
estate investment. Among other things that you can learn, okay, at this nice conference, it looks like you're also investing in multifamily properties.
Hmm.
You can also learn about commercial properties. You can also learn about investing in out of state properties. Let me ask you, Jojo, how did you get these powerful speakers? And can you tell us who can we expect to be there?
Sure. Yeah, we have a lineup of all these 12 wonderful speakers. They're actually all friends of mine through my real estate investing journey. I am a member of two real estate organizations or clubs or mentorships. I've met them through there, and others have been through the Filipino community, like the Filipino Chamber, and some meetups, real estate meetups. So I do a lot of networking, a lot of real estate meetups. We do have, of course, our most distinguished would be Eddie Flores, our mentor. He will actually share how he made money in real estate. So he has actually different strategy from me, but he's been investing for a long time, so he's really a seasoned investor. And then we also have uh, Tony Scotti. He invests out of state. Actually, he built his wealth investing out of state, and he'll show a different strategy of how he invested it through land. I'm something that I'm kind of I'm not too I've heard about it. He educated me about that, but I don't utilize that strategy, but he does. But not to say that other people would be able to. They might. That's the strategy that they might want to utilize. And we have others who are investing in out of state commercial. They're buying retail commercial properties, apartment buildings. And let's see, what do we have? And we also have Fuzzy, who is a ground up developer building affordable homes for Hawaii, in Hawaii on the Big Island. So there's everything for anyone who is interested, and they will identify with one of the speakers because that's maybe something that they may want to. Not everyone can do fix and flip, It is hard work. It is, it takes a certain character. It's not for the weak, or the faint of heart. But there are those who, they have a full-time W-2 job and they're investing in real estate. So you don't have to be a flipper to invest in real estate. There's so many different ways to get into real estate investing, and all these speakers share all their different ways. They have W-2. They're working with probate, actually, probate, helping people with through foreclosure or with probate. They acquire properties that way, but at the same time, they're helping the homeowners out of a distressed situation. That's Christian with People over Profits, and that's so admirable. And we have, let me see who else. Yeah, just a little bit of everyone. Those who are building a rental portfolio, residential rental portfolio out of state, and they share their ways how they were to, be able to conquer that. So we have like the Della Calzadas. They invest out of state, commercial, residential, and residential. So a little bit of everything.
Okay,
We
Junjo.
have a
So
variety. Yeah.
sounds great. One question is, do you need a lot of money to get into
Oh, the
this?
great question.
Yeah, to
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it, because some people are thinking, hey, I only have, a few thousand, maybe less than that, or maybe 10, 20,000. Some people have millions, right? But
Mhm.
not me. Okay. But
Oh, so I wanted to ask you to be my private lender, Alan.
well, I want to, and I'm going to be there. Actually, I'm going to go.
Yes, 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 yes. You're
But
actually one of my
this,
VIPs.
yeah, oh, thank you, thank you.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
does
yeah.
it have? Do you
That,
need a
yeah,
lot of
great.
money, or can you start off with just a little bit? Will this
You
show
can
you how?
start off with zero. So that is a great question. We get that all the time. So we have speakers who have started with zero. So how others started. With actually I started with nothing with nothing. So there are usually I would share there are three things that you would need to have if you want to get into real estate investing. There's one is like a mentor, a coach, and then you have a private money lender, and then you have the deal. So you have those three things. So I didn't have, I actually didn't have any of those when I started. My sister was actually our mentor, and then we had a relative who became our private lender, only because my sister had many years of experience with real estate. So our private lender felt confident enough to lend money on the deal. So we just had to go look for we were hunting for properties. So if that's something that, if you don't have money, you don't have experience, I always recommend finding, partnering up with an experienced real estate investor. Find someone who will align with your morals and your values, someone that you feel that you would be a good fit with, who shares your values, and find value for them actually. And because you have, they also have paid mentorships and coaches. I paid. I see the value in that. There's so much value in that. I invest. It's an investment. It's like going to college where you want to get a degree, a bachelor's degree, or graduate degree. You spend money in college to learn something. So it's the same thing. You would invest in a coaching or mentorship program because you're investing in your future that will pay tenfold or 20-fold. So it's the same thing, where the value just increases. The value would increase versus like spending money in a car, that the value would depreciate. Um, but my husband would actually disagree with that because he loves cars. But anyway,
Okay. All
that's
right,
beside the
Jojo.
point.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
so we have a couple more minutes left. Can you please tell people how to get in touch, or if they're interested, how can they attend?
Yeah, so if you are interested, just go on islandtix.com. That's islandtix.com. Oh, Alan, are you able to put that on the bottom, or like the website or something where they can just on the website islandtix.com. Um, and you can register there. So it is a conference. So we register you. We have expos there, and then we'll have a food vendor there. And so I think, and then pre-registration will start at 8 a.m. Our speaker session starts at 9 a.m. We'll break for lunch, and then we'll, after about an hour and 15 minutes, we'll reconvene in the Hawaii suites for the speaker sessions, and you'll be able to ask questions there of our speakers after their presentation.
Very much. Jojo Alonso, mga kaibigan, with the Invest Kind Hawaii Real Estate Conference and Expo. That will be Friday, June 28th from 9 to 5. That will be at the Blaisdell Exhibition Hall. For tickets, you can go to islandtix.com. Islandtix.com. And what if they want more information, Jojo? How can they get more info?
If more info, they can pacificexpos.com has it. We don't have an official website for this, but if they have, I'm on IG at Build with Jojo. But basically, you can, if you're on Pacific Expos, if you go on pacificexpos.com, I think you can probably send a message there.
All right, pacificexpos.com, mga kaibigan.
Yes.
And again, thank you so much, Jojo, for this.
Thank you so much.
Great luck, yeah, and I think it's going to be an excellent. I think we're going to be giving away tickets next week. Okay, so for those who listen to
We're
this
gonna be giving that
interview,
to your listeners.
we're going to be
Yes.
giving tickets away next
Yes.
week. So abangan niyo po yun, mga kaibigan. Thank you so much,
Oh,
Jojo.
thank you,
Good luck,
Alex.
and I'm
We'll
looking
see.
forward to the
We'll see you.
conference.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
and let
we'll
me
see
give you the thought for the rest of the day and thought for the weekend.
Okay.
No pride for us, no pride for some of us, without liberation for all of us. That's it for me, mga kaibigan. Thank you, Jojo. Ito po si
Thank
Alan
you,
Alvarez.
Alex.
Nagpapaalam, nagpapasalamat at nagsasabi na mabuhay ang Pilipino sa Hawaii.